had my eyes open to this through a friendship with Jean. And Jean was a friend in Rwanda, and he told me the story that after the Rwandan genocide, that he had a church from Atlanta that started sending over eggs and ended up just distributing eggs in his small community outside of Kigali. And this seems like a great thing to do, right? The church wanted to help after the genocide. But Jono, a few years before, had started a small egg business himself. He put this investment in all the materials that he needed to start this egg business. His business was starting to grow, it was starting to take off, and then all of a sudden, in one summer, there became this surplus of eggs that were flooding the market in his area. And so this desire that the church had to really take care of a need, it did take care of a need, but the problem is that it put Jono out of business. He ended up selling his hens, and then the next year the church decided to focus its attention to somewhere else in the world. Jono was out of business. No one else was there providing eggs, and so they had to bring the eggs in from another community. So this desire to help in that community, according to Jono, actually had a long-term negative impact on that community.
When I was growing up, we didn't have second-hand clothing from Europe and the US and Canada in Kenya. My mother took me to a store and she bought me a beautiful t-shirt that said made in Kenya, Kenya cotton. Today, I would struggle to find a t-shirt like that for my daughter. Why? Because the influx of second-hand clothing that makes its way here from Europe and the US and Canada has negatively impacted on our textile industry in Kenya. Massive layoffs in the 80s and the 90s. Factories that shut down. What happened to our cotton farms? When I was growing up in this country, we could have bought cotton in varieties and types that are incomparable. But that's all gone because of the impact, the negative impact of the apparel imports at a second-hand level.
Christians have a natural commitment to fighting poverty. That comes from the foundation of Christian beliefs. But that motivation must be allied with being smart. The world is complicated, and so the actions we take, we must be confident that they're going to help and not make things worse.